Imagine a creature that was ruler of the water, using its physical advantages to rise to supremacy. Its combination of size, speed, strength, and killer instinct is something that all should marvel at. It contained one of the most forceful, compact, and quickest bites ever recorded. Its prey rarely, if ever, avoided it. Rewind for quite some time, and one will eventually find the answer. It is the Dunkleosteus torelli. Now, take just a moment to look at the exhibits around you right now. There are very few, if any, creatures at this museum as frightening as the one which you are currently looking at. The formidable fish was a placiderm, a group of armored fish that dominated aquatic environments during the Devonian period, from 415 million to 360 million years ago. Most of what is known regarding the Dunkleosteus torelli is based on discoveries made around the turn of the century. However, since that time, few discoveries of its remains have limited the progress scientists have been able to make in terms of truly piecing together the Dunkleosteus torelli and its past. Many of the remains have been known to surface in the shale of Ohio. However, its remains are not limited to that one particular area. Dunkleosteus torelli remains have also been reported, although less frequently, to have been found in New York, Pennsylvania, and other locations. The Dunkleosteus torelli reached nearly 10 meters, or 30 feet long. It is one of the largest placiderms, as well as an important part of early evolution, as most phylogenies place them as the earliest jawed vertebrate. Other placiderm fossils contain large scrapes, cuts, and indents matching the bite of a Dunkleosteus torelli. Not only is there evidence of attacks on other species, but there is also evidence of it attacking its own kind as well. The Dunkleosteus torelli was a predatory machine, attacking nearly anything with which it came in contact. The Dunkleosteus torelli could bring its jaws together with a remarkable force that surpassed all living fish. This includes today's great white shark, and puts it up with some of the most powerful bites in all animals, which include large alligators. The fact that the Dunkleosteus torelli lived nearly 400 million years ago is what makes this statistic, as well as the ones to follow, even more spectacular. The bladed jaws, capable of ripping apart prey larger than its own mouth, is a feature sharks didn't develop until 100 million years later. As a part of a group that was so early in the evolutionary process, the strength, force, and development of the Dunkleosteus torelli is quite remarkable, and possibly unmatched. Scientists say the way its teeth were organized in the jaw meant it could focus its bite into a small area, the fang tip, with incredible force. Even more surprising is the fact that the Dunkleosteus torelli could open its mouth very quickly, in just 1/50th of a second, which created a strong suction force, pulling its fast prey into its mouth. This heavily armored fish was both faster in jaw opening and quite powerful during jaw closing. This is possible due to the unique structure of its skull and different muscles used for opening and closing. Usually, a fish has either a powerful bite or a fast bite, but not both. Whereas most predators are able to defeat their prey using speed or strength, the Dunkleosteus torelli was blessed with the ability to use both. This lethal combination of predatory traits made it one of the greatest predators, on land or sea, ever. The Dunkleosteus torelli was not only advanced for its time in terms of its physicality, but also its structure. To have the microstructure similar to that of a human, a bite similar to that of a gray whale, and to have lived 400 million years ago, where competition would have been relatively scarce, it is very likely that Dunkleosteus torelli was at the top of the marine food chain during the late Devonian epoch. It was well adapted and successful on a large scale. It is possible that it lived and hunted in the open oceans and the shallow marine environments of the time. The interpretation of Dunkleosteus as a vigorous swimmer with powerful jaws also supports this hypothesis. The Dunkleosteus torelli was able to devour anything in its environment. The thought of a 400 million year old predator with the structure, physicality, and tenacity of modern creatures is frightening in and of itself. To all creatures with which the Dunkleosteus torelli came in contact, you have my sincerest apologies.